How's it going, everybody? This is Twigger coming at you with another high ELO commentary. This time featuring not an LCS player, but probably, I would say, one of the most entertaining League of Legends streamers that I find is on the planet, Phantoml0rd. And if you guys are not subscribed to his live feed, or if you've never seen this guy, or you haven't seen him on YouTube, definitely start watching his stuff, because I crack up every time I watch this guy. He is so funny when he's playing, and he's also an incredibly good player. He's Diamond 1, so not only are you getting hilarious footage, but you're also learning a lot by watching this guy play. It's pretty damn incredible, so go and check out his stuff if you have not seen it. But I'm going to be commentating one of his games, which I'm glad I finally got into a Phantoml0rd game, because I've been wanting to commentate a game of his for a while, but just him playing and me commentating just haven't really added up. But can't really talk about that quite yet, because looks like Master Yi is getting caught in the jungle by this Evelynn, and I don't know if there's going to be a pickup here. Cho'Gath's going to come in, an amazing Alpha Strike dodging out of Cho'Gath's silence, but it is going to be enough with that Ignite coming out of Phantoml0rd. So there we go, good start to a commentary on Phantoml0rd, him picking up that first blood, even though it was a pretty legit play from that Master Yi Alpha Striking and dodging that the W from Cho'Gath. The Ignite's still picking that one up. And just for those of you who don't know, this is the 3.9 patch, so Master Yi has been altered. This is the new Master Yi with the more AD stacking, so seeing him in the jungle is it's going to be kind of interesting to see how he stacks up as a jungler with these new changes. I have seen him a couple times up in the top lane, but I don't think I've yet seen the new Master Yi in the jungle. But we also have a Tryndamere in this game, so a couple kind of unique picks. And already Tryndamere at level 4 is in... oh, and look at that, a great Q from Lee Sin. Probably going to pick up this Tryndamere, and there you go. So that's one of the dangers about farming behind the enemy turret. If they get that bit of poke on you, and if you're good with your skill shots, especially as Lee Sin, you're never really out of range of him. But looking to the mid lane for our featured person, Phantoml0rd, he's now sitting with those double buffs from killing that Master Yi. So I feel very, very bad for this LeBlanc, even though this is the updated LeBlanc. Changes to her ultimate and things, a little bit of her gameplay changes. I still think she's going to have a very, very difficult time with this Cho'Gath, and you can already see that in the CS. 27 for Phantoml0rd, 4, now 5 for this LeBlanc, so I don't really know how she's going to get herself back out of this one. It's definitely not going to be by dueling Phantoml0rd's Cho'Gath. It's going to have to be probably from using LeBlanc to her fullest extent by roaming and trying to get some free kills in the bot lane or maybe in the top lane on that Tryndamere, but Tryndamere is so good at escaping, and you've got a Vayne and a Sona in the bot lane. It's going to be a tricky road, I think, for this LeBlanc. But yeah, so a couple little pieces of news I can at least say. I just recently purchased a copy of Sony Vegas Pro, so I'm just waiting for that thing to come in. Oh, it looks like LeBlanc DC'd. Hopefully Phantoml0rd has some good gameplay here and will kill her. But I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I think the creeps might just kill her. Evelynn coming in, yeah, I think the creeps might just kill that one. But yeah, I just got a Sony Vegas Pro, which is a video editing software. And I'm very, very excited for it. It means I'm going to be able to do a lot more, a bunch more effects and audio changes and visual effects and writing on the screen. And it's very, very complicated, but hopefully I'll learn it pretty quickly and I'll be able to release some more kind of more interesting content, I would say. Not that my content isn't already interesting enough, mind you, but it should definitely be cool and hopefully provide a little bit more unique stuff on my channel. So look forward to that. Hopefully it should be here in the next week, I would think, but that's pretty much all my news for now. That covered a couple minutes, but still not really a whole ton of action in this game. Still sitting at 1-1 and about 1,000 gold lead. But looks like Tryndamere is going to be diving this Lee Sin. He does have his ultimate available. There's his ultimate popped. Is he going to get out of this one in live? Yes, he will, because the Lee Sin did not have his Ignite back up from that previous engage, which he got the kill from. So looking at the farm a bit, it's pretty darn even down in that bot lane. 51 in favor of that Caitlyn to the 46 of Vayne. And it looks like Cho'Gath is going to come face-to-face with this LeBlanc, roaming down to the bot lane. No, she was actually just putting down a ward, but misses her ethereal chains and just last hits the small wraith. So, yeah, I don't think she wants to fight Cho'Gath right now. He's sitting at 50 CS to her 14. And Cho'Gath's already got that Catalyst, so I would assume that being a mid lane Cho'Gath going for more AP, he's probably going to be going for a Rod of the Ages very early. especially when you get first blood and you're already up 40 CS. You're going to finish that Rod of Ages pre-10 minutes, and you're going to stack that up pretty darn quick. So I'm expecting to see that out of him. And as for other items, I haven't seen mid lane Cho'Gath in quite some time. So against somebody like a LeBlanc, if she were doing a bit better, I would think something like an Abyssal Scepter would be good, just for that. So that way LeBlanc won't burst you with your HP and with the magic resist from the Abyssal Scepter and the HP from the Rod of Ages. But I have no idea what he's planning on building after the Rod of Ages. But in terms of ganks, we have a gank going down in the bot lane from this Lee Sin. Ward jumping over to the Vayne. He jumps back, flashes, and kicks back the Sona, and this is going to be enough. Caitlyn going to take down that one. Great little play there, going to that ward and flashing and making sure he got the kick on the Sona. She had a little bit slow reaction time, I would have to say, because it seemed pretty obvious what that Lee Sin was going to be doing, but chose to just kind of, not flash immediately. And the ultimate coming out of Caitlyn to stop the B of the Vayne. Make her stay in that lane for just a little bit longer. And look at the damage coming out of that Tryndamere now. One of the scary things about Tryndamere is just if he gets a little bit ahead of you, he's one of those melee ADs that can really, really carry the game. Pretty much single-handedly, because he'll probably be able to three-shot people like the LeBlanc, the Caitlyn, and the Janna when you get far into this late game. So he's going to be very, very scary to deal with. Cho'Gath going in onto this LeBlanc. The LeBlanc getting the stun off, though. I'm just going to pause this for just a sec and close a window over here. Hopefully that doesn't mess up with the video. I don't think it would, but it very well might. Just need to close. I think it was causing a little bit of lag on my end. But 9 minutes into the game, 2-2. Just 1,000 gold separates these two teams in favor of Phantoml0rd's team, but LeBlanc getting a little bit of damage onto Phantoml0rd now, but I really don't think he's overly concerned. He does have his Feast available, and now Evelyn's here for a gank, and the Rupture is going to land. There's the Feast, and there's the Ignite going down, and actually Phantoml0rd's going to get taken out. A great play from this LeBlanc, but LeBlanc is going to get taken down by Dark Zephyr? Playing that jungle Evelyn, so it is still in favor of the blue team there. Sorry, the red team picking up that assist as well as the kill. But another gank going down into the spot. Well, not a gank, but Tryndamere diving underneath the turret. It looks like Lee Sin might get the upper hand on Tryndamere here, and there we go. Lands the Q and a big burst of damage, killing that Tryndamere. Great little kick coming out, the dragon kick coming out of Lee Sin. But there's the ultimate coming out of Evelyn, but it's not going to be enough. And there you go. There's another kill picked up by this Lee Sin. It was just a great kick on that Tryndamere, wasting his entire ultimate, and if he went back into turret range, he would have just died immediately, so he had to kind of back off that one, and Lee Sin's mobility made sure that he could catch up to that Tryndamere. So very nice play, I'd have to say, considering that Tryndamere is 30 CS ahead of him and already a turret ahead. Pretty big deal that Lee Sin can still do some work against him, and picking up that double kill, sitting him at 3-1-1. He's not doing too bad against his Tryndamere now. I think he's feeling a little bit better about his situation. Looks like Tryndamere with those two Brawler's Gloves might be going for that Static Shiv pretty early. Going into an Avarice Blade and then maybe into a Zeal, but I can't be entirely sure on that one. But as we can see, Phantoml0rd has finished his Rod of the Ages, so very early Rod. That's going to be stacking for the entire game. Get him, well, it should be fully stacked quite soon, so in the mid-game he should stack that out completely and hit kind of a bit of a damage spike there, so they'll be looking to probably fight once that thing stacks out completely. Zona's Crescendo is available, so I'm going to assume that there's going to be a fight in that bottom lane pretty darn soon, but now it looks like Lee Sin is changing the bully roll around. The Ghost having to be popped by the Tryndamere and the Dragon Kick coming out of Lee Sin. If Lee Sin can land a Q, he does land a Q, and there's going to be a kill onto Tryndamere. Killing spree for LOL Chinese on that Lee Sin. Doing a great job. Now Tryndamere's ultimate was just barely up, like 2 seconds it's going to be up, but Lee Sin's going to be here for the counter gank. The Crescendo landing great onto Caitlyn and to Janna, but it looks like Master Yi is going to be able to take down the Sona running around that Highlander and picking that one up pretty darn easily. And Vayne does not pick up the Caitlyn, so definitely not a very good trade for that red team. And it looks like there was a shutdown bonus given to that Evelyn going up and killing Lee Sin in the top lane. But here comes LeBlanc using her ultimate to clone her W, and not Lee Sin, Master Yi is going to Alpha Strike over that wall and pick up the Vayne. So double kill in that bot lane. Definitely a failed engagement on their part. They did not have the enemy's lane brush warded, so Master Yi just snuck right in there and took them off guard, took them by surprise, if you would. And it looks like the blue team is going to take this opportunity to take the dragon, but Phantoml0rd responding appropriately, taking down that mid lane turret. Really not a horrible trade there, and LeBlanc getting caught out a little bit here. She's completely out of mana, so she's not going to be able to jump away from this one. So there's a free kill for that Evelynn. She's now sitting at 3-1-1 as well. Already got that Spirit of the, is it the Ancient Golem? No, Spirit of the Lizard Elder, I think. No, Spectral Wraith. I'm just an idiot, you know. I just like to chalk that one up, you know, just not overly smart, I think is the key thing here. But it looks like Phantoml0rd is going to be taking that turret down to about half HP, so a pretty good trade, I have to say, losing that that dragon to take down a turret and a half and also get a kill. They are still up 700 gold. The blue team has definitely narrowed down that that disparity, but still definitely in favor of this red team. The big difference in minions, though, on a couple of these lanes, 104 minions to 61 for the Master Yi, 91 to 55 in favor of the Tryndamere, 104 to 46 in favor of Phantoml0rd's Cho'Gath. Like, there's a pretty big difference in a bunch of these lanes, so it's kind of interesting. Normally you don't have that many lanes with such large minion disparities, but Master Yi looks like he's going to get caught out a little bit in this jungle. He's going to try to take down this Evelynn. Very well might. He does actually pick her up, and he's going to try to Highland her away, but the Ignite going down, and he even burned his flash, so Tryndamere being pretty funny on that one, waiting until Master Yi was going to get away. Pops that Ignite and takes him down. But good on that Master Yi for taking down the Evelynn as well. And it looks like there's another disconnect for this LeBlanc, but I've got to give Phantoml0rd credit here. That's just sign of a very decent player. LeBlanc stops moving while Cho'Gath's attacking her, and he does not kill her. He could easily kill her, like no problem at all. Put himself ahead. This is a ranked game, so he would probably want to just kill her and get his team an insta-win. But he's had two opportunities now where he could have killed her, and he just has not done it. So very good sportsmanship on Phantoml0rd's part. I like to just kind of toss that out there because I find that in a lot of League of Legends games, sportsmanship is a very, very hard thing to find. So very much like seeing that from a high ELO player like Phantoml0rd. And looks like we're having another engagement in this top lane. Lee Sin going to try to land a Q here. The flash going out, and oh, what a Q from that Lee Sin. It was so delayed. And it looks like Vayne misjudging how much damage her Condemn was going to do and not picking up that Caitlyn. And it looks like Sona's going to die as well. The reset's going down for Master Yi's Highlander, and there's a triple kill on that one. Just going to alpha strike some minions. That is so unfortunate. The Vayne just assumed that her Condemn was going to do more damage and ends up pushing Caitlyn away. They tried to tower dive that, and Master Yi just happened to be once again in the right place at the right time, picking up 3 kills, putting him at 6-2-1 with 118 CS as a jungler. That's really impressive. So he's going to be very, very scary in the future because he's good. I remember back in like Season 1, where Master Yi, when you went AD Master Yi in something like the top lane or the jungle, he could push down turrets with his Highlander like nothing I've ever seen, just annihilating through your turrets. So if he's getting fed like this and he starts getting some real items, he's already got a BF sword and those Berserker Greaves with his Spirit of the Ancient Elder Lizard. He's doing a lot of damage, and he's going to be able to take down your turrets pretty damn quick with his ultimate. So they're going to need to watch out for that Master Yi split push. But he's doing very, very well right now, so I'm happy to see that the Master Yi changes are doing something good. And looks like Lee Sin is going to get caught out here by Phantoml0rd and Evelynn. And nice easy feast, and you've got yourself some nice sautéed blind monk that Cho'Gath's going to nom on. So very good play on their part, just roaming up. Cho'Gath even managing to steal the enemy's blue buff, just securing his lead a little bit more. 131 CS to 66 of the LeBlanc. But even with all the DCs that LeBlanc has had, she's done a very good job kind of staying decently relevant in the game. Had some very good plays and supported her team, roamed down a few times to help out. So I do like seeing that. And she's also been able to keep her CS, well, like still low, but keeping on attempting to CS, staying in that lane for as long as she can to try to get as much CS as she can. But Tryndamere now getting caught out by Janna and Master Yi going in for a gank, but he's just going to spin through that wall. Phantoml0rd going to dance around a little bit, you know, laugh, just chill, dance, put on that boombox. Probably playing some Backstreet Boys or Eiffel 65 or something like that. You know how he rolls. So yeah, I don't know why, but Phantoml0rd is just like, if you've heard his laugh or his yell in some of his videos, it makes me laugh every single time. He just seems to have like a direct line to my funny bone, which I thoroughly enjoy. A great crescendo coming out of Sona, hitting 4 members of the blue team. Lee Sin coming in for this one, but he's actually, no, sorry, Master Yi coming in for this one, but it looks like he's just going to back off. Looks like that fight was just completely lost for that blue team. That was an unbelievable flash crescendo out of that Sona, hitting 4 members of the enemy team, and it just stopped everything they were going to try to do. Looks like Tryndamere going head-to-head with this Master Yi. The spin missing, but the Ignite is going to be enough to shut down that Master Yi. Definitely worth trading the kill for that one, because Tryndamere is going to get a nice hefty 432 gold bonus for killing that Master Yi. And yeah, you can't really argue with that. Very, very good trade. He's sitting at 140 minions, 3, 5, and 1. Already finished that static Shiv, and now he's going to be looking towards a Blade of the Ruined King. And what is this? Looks like the red team is going for a sneaky Baron here. 18 minutes and 23 seconds. Definitely an early Baron. Very early Baron. But when you have Cho'Gath's Feast and the Smite from Evelyn, you've got like 3,000 true damage coming out of this. So there's going to be the Baron, but it looks like the blue team is already here. They're going to snipe down the Cho'Gath very, very quickly, and the Vayne is going to go down as well. Sona does not have her flash available, so she's just going to sit back and take it. 2 ultimates apparently being used to take down that sitting Sona. But, you know, it's one of those things where, I don't know if Tryndamere got the buff. I believe he did. Yep, so I would say that it's still absolutely worth it. They did lose 3 members of their team, which is unfortunate. You didn't really want that to happen, but 2 members of your team who are both pretty fed, 3-3-4 and 3-5-1, very important members of your team, have this Baron buff. And you took it away. You took the pressure away from the enemy team getting it. So it looks like Master Yi is going to go in on this Baron buff Tryndamere, but Tryndamere does not have his ultimate. I don't know if Master Yi knows this. Tryndamere is going to try to get away from this. Oh my god, I don't know if the red buff, is it going to be enough? The red buff is not enough yet. I don't know if Master Yi knows that Tryndamere doesn't have his ultimate, but this is not going to matter anymore. His ultimate is available now. LeBlanc is going to come right over this wall, and Tryndamere is going to try to fight this one. The Ignite is on him, though, and that's going to kill him. So, just as I was saying that 2 important members of their team had the Baron buff, yeah, now only 1 member of the team has the Baron buff. It was a great play from Tryndamere's part, kind of, I would say, bluffing with Master Yi that he had his ultimate available and he was going to kill him. But didn't turn out that way. Great play on the LeBlanc, picking that one up, and it looks like Lee Sin is getting caught now. I don't know why I keep on mixing Master Yi and Lee Sin together. This is just confusing me. I have no idea why those 2 champions are really throwing me off. So I know I've made that mistake probably a few times in this video. I'm probably going to watch this video and be really pissed off that I've done it so many times, but bear with me, folks. So Lee Sin getting caught in that top lane. Pretty easy kill. Phantoml0rd now sitting at 4-2-1. He's going back to base. He did finish that Abyssal Scepter, so I'm not going to brag about me calling it or me knowing what he was going to build, but, you know, I'm going to brag a little bit, okay? That was pretty smart. Pretty good guy, right? Knowledgeable, I would say. He's picking up a chain vest now, stacking a little bit of armor. I don't really know what he's going to turn that into. The chain vest just turns into so much. Yeah, I'm not really sure what he's going to go with that one. See, I would suspect something like he's pretty fed right now to go for something like a Guardian Angel. I would like to see bringing something that big back to life, but I don't think he's going to go with something like that. I'm not sure what he's going to build that into. We're just going to have to wait and see. But as we're seeing, just looking down across the items, the one thing that really pops out in my mind is the Sword of Divine on Master Yi. We very rarely see that Sword of Divine. We only really see it on things like the AD carries, like Twitch. I've seen it a lot in the North American LCS. But not going to talk about that yet because we have the duel of the melees, and Tryndamere is just going to dominate that Master Yi. But they both chunked each other down so hard. So these are getting to be some pretty big things, but as I was saying, the Sword of the Divine, you saw how much Master Yi chunked down that Tryndamere at the beginning. It's those 3 guaranteed 100% crit chance that you get for those first 3 attacks. So it definitely adds up for a lot, but looks like we're going to get the double stun onto Phantoml0rd here. LeBlanc doing a great job of still being relevant in this game. And look at the jukes! But not going to be enough. Is it going to be enough? The Ignite going down, Phantoml0rd picking that one up. Thought that was a great juke right there, but the fight continuing down here. Janna getting very, very low from this Evelynn. Vayne going to push back the Lee Sin. The Ignite going down onto the Vayne. I don't think it's going to be enough to kill her. She is going to get away from this one. Is the Ignite going to be enough to pick up that Vayne Lee Sin? Picking that one up from that Ignite. I didn't think it was going to be enough, but you know, that last tick, it does damage still. So the fight did still go in favor of that red team. 3-for-1 exchange, and that entire time you just had Tryndamere down here pushing the bot lane. Tryndamere now does not have his ultimate, so this is going to be a much, much closer fight. And oh my god, Tryndamere still comes out on top. So Master Yi even having that Sword of the Divine, using that again. Phantoml0rd, oh no, the Rupture is not going to land. It was a great crescendo, but the 90 caliber net coming out of Caitlyn, getting out of danger for that one. Cho'Gath did have his Feast, Flash, and Ignite available. And oh, it's going to be enough. You know what? Lime Serenity on this LeBlanc, playing a pretty great game, I've got to say. Already back 4-3-1, 93 CS. Managed to keep himself in this game, though he's disconnected so many times. And he's had some pretty legit plays, I've got to say. So, definitely enjoyable to watch. But no one seems to be dealing with this Tryndamere in the bot lane. So, just pushing down these turrets. And now here's Cho'Gath. Don't think he's going to be able to make anything happen on this LeBlanc. She's just too darn slippery. But Cho'Gath still having the upper hand in this mid lane. Well, there's no really lanes anymore, but the mid lane duel that they had, 5-2-2, 180 CS. He's now going back to base. No, he's actually not going back to base anymore. We're going to run down to the bot lane, hopefully try to pick somebody off. Tryndamere's going to stay in this bot lane to continue pushing because he's doing a great job of that. But Janna getting caught a little bit here. There's the Rupture, there's the Silence, there's the Feast, and there's another stack for Cho'Gath. And Tryndamere now running away, but Master Yi trying to take down this Evelynn, but the Rupture landing perfectly right after the Alpha Strike, and there's the Flash and the Silence coming out of Cho'Gath, getting a double kill on that one. And now Tryndamere just absolutely dominating this. And he's still got his ultimate, so there's his ultimate popped, but this stun is going to be enough. The kick coming out, almost killing LeBlanc if he came out of stun there. But they're going to use this opportunity. Phantoml0rd's going to tank this turret, and Vayne's going to probably just take this one down very easily with the help of her teammates. It's going to be a free inhibitor. So Tryndamere doing a great job just pushing turrets and distracting the enemy team. And he even picked up a kill during all that underneath the turret without having to pop his ultimate. So from what I was seeing at the beginning, I thought that this was going to be blue team's game to kind of win. But now it's looking like the red team is really shifting it into high gear, starting from that fight right before Baron that led to a nice little sneaky 18-minute Baron. Has now turned very much into their favor. So it's still only about a 1,100 gold lead, so really not a lot in terms of gold. But when you just look at the map presence that they have, having that middle inhibitor down, the Baron going to be coming up quite soon if they don't clear out this mid lane pretty much all the way up. They're going to have to worry about their base with the super minions in it. And you just have to... They don't seem to have an answer right now for that Tryndamere split push. Which I would say is probably one of the biggest things, is that if you cannot send just one person like Master Yi or Lee Sin down to clean up this Tryndamere when he's split pushing, you're going to have a big problem. And now we're going to see it right here. See, that's exactly it. Master Yi having to use his ultimate to escape fighting the Tryndamere because he's just so strong. But the Q landing onto Vayne, she's going to try to pop her ultimate to get away from this one. Great micromanaging from the Vayne, and the help of the Evelynn definitely was helpful. And look at the damage coming out, and there's the ultimate going down from Caitlyn, picking up that Sona in her own jungle. But now Phantoml0rd wants a piece of this, and there's the flash coming out of the LeBlanc. He's so scary right now. He is gigantic, but seeing two pretty easy kills there on the Lee Sin and the Sona. And there we go, the meditate coming out of the Master Yi, and Tryndamere is just absolutely dominating this Master Yi. So exactly what I was saying previously is that if you can't send one person down to deal with this Tryndamere, you're going to have a very hard time because he's just going to stay down in the spot lane and just dominate. So he's going to try to take down this Janna. He very well might do it. He's going to do it. Unreal, with that Ignite being just enough. It was a great Monsoon to take him kind of away from the Janna, but the Ignite being enough to pick her off. Cho'Gath now in a bit of a precarious situation. He doesn't have anybody from his team available. So, wow, he picks up the Caitlyn. Sorry, I have no idea how that happened. It was like in mid-kick. Sorry, I have to replay this. This was just too funny. It was nearly mid-kick that he picks up this Caitlyn with his Feast. And just Feast Q onto this Caitlyn, picks that one up. So great play on Phantoml0rd's part. Picking that one up while Evelynn and Vayne are duoing this Baron. So it's going to be a free Baron for them, it looks like, because they, you know what, the blue team does have this warded, so Lee Sin might come up to try to challenge this one. It doesn't look like he's actually going to challenge it, just going to farm the minions. It looks like they're just going to give this one up uncontested. Probably a smart idea. But Evelyn going to smite that one, and they're not going to wait for their teammates to come up. Not a bad idea, just because the longer they wait, the more chance of somebody coming up to contest, and the more damage you're going to take. So 3 people on the red side having that Baron buff. Second Baron of the game for the red team. We haven't really talked about Vayne this much. He hasn't really had it. Oh, but wow, that was just really quick. I just wanted to get the hell out of my jungle, Sona. But we haven't really seen much of the AD carries this game. It has really been the war of the junglers and the AD, the melee AD carries. Tryndamere, Lee Sin, Master Yi, and Evelyn doing so much work in this game. And then it's really just the mid laners. The bot laners have really just been farming and being kind of more supporty, I guess. Another disconnect coming out of the LeBlanc. Sad to see. But it really just has been an interesting game. Seeing these hyper carry melees really working the enemy team, because Tryndamere and Master Yi are just chunking people. So if they get close to any one of the squishies, they're going to have a big problem. But I would say that Vayne has a better chance of escaping somebody like a Master Yi or Lee Sin than Caitlyn does. Caitlyn just has that 90 caliber net to escape the wrath of Tryndamere, and maybe a sneaky trap, I guess, but it's very easy for Tryndamere to dodge those traps. So Cho'Gath going to try to deal with his Lee Sin, but he does have, there's his flash, using the Q to try to get a little bit more space. He doesn't have any wards on him, so he's not going to be able to ward jump, but the Ignite going down, he's going to try to jump to the golems, but it was not going to be enough. So free kill for Phantoml0rd. And there's the second inhibitor for this red team. I believe that the first inhibitor should be coming up pretty soon, so they might just want to stick around and clear that one up. I'm not exactly sure when it's going to come out. Crescendo landing on 2 members of this blue team. A Monsoon coming out of Janna to try to stop this engagement, but Tryndamere going right in onto that Janna. Going to pop his ultimate underneath his turret, and he's already taken down the Janna. Evelyn has already taken down the LeBlanc, and it looks like Tryndamere is going to go down from this Master Yi, but more or less from the turrets. And now he's going to try to turn onto this Evelyn, and there's the Sword of the Divine coming into play. No, actually, it didn't come into play. He didn't even use it, but managing to take down that Evelyn very quickly. And it looks like it's just Caitlyn alive for this one. And Phantoml0rd is just very merrily pushing the top lane, right? Why would he want to be part of any of this? So Phantoml0rd just once again still pushing. The ultimate coming out of Caitlyn, and the kick coming out of Lee Sin. Going to pick up that Vayne. Phantoml0rd going to pick up that turret in the top lane, and Sona definitely going to die to this. It looks like the Caitlyn's going to pick up that kill, and Phantoml0rd just once again just pushing. I'm just going to chill up here and continue pushing. I'm sure my team can handle it. There's the silence coming out and the feast onto that Caitlyn. It's not enough to pick her up quite yet. The exhaust coming out, but her 90 caliber net has been used, so she couldn't really escape that one. The trap not picking up the Phantoml0rd himself. And they're going to try to chase down this one. The Ignite ticking down. A lot of damage being done onto Phantoml0rd. I don't know if they're going to have enough damage to deal with this one. He's going to actually turn, see if he can try to make something out of it, but his Feast was already down, so not enough burst. But enough burst to take LeBlanc down to nearly no health. Maybe like 1/3 of her HP. Maybe a quarter. And it looks like Lee Sin is just running into the base. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe Lee Sin just like DC'd or is trolling now, or I am not sure what happened there. And LeBlanc coming to try to make something happen. Why are these guys just running? I don't think I understand. This is going above me. Way over my head. So I'm not exactly sure what was going on there, where people thought that they could just kind of like run in and say hi, have a cup of tea, you know, parlay. They just went in there and died, and it's probably just going to be GG. Phantoml0rd is just coming up now, so he's not really going to be able to join his team for this fight, but not like he would join the team anyways. But Master Yi going to take down this Evelyn probably again. The flash coming out, though, so she will be able to escape for now. I don't think she's going to be able to run away forever from this Master Yi. Nope, there's the pickup. Master Yi doing a ton of damage with that Last Whisper, Blade of the Ruined King, Sword of the Divine combo. Sona taking a bullet for Tryndamere, making sure that he doesn't die. But he did get taken down very, very low and had to use his ultimate. And Janna now trying to 1v1 the Vayne, but now finally there is support. The Q does land onto the Vayne, and there's going to be the pickup from the Caitlyn. I don't know really what the teams are doing right now. They're all just kind of screwing around a bit, and it's going to cost them the game if they continue to kind of just make plays like that. Being out by yourself, and Evelynn getting caught in the jungle by Master Yi, and yeah, they really, I'm thinking they have to start kind of grouping up as a team and just pushing down, making sure that they can get that second inhibitor, that middle inhibitor down. Or no, never mind, it's already down, isn't it? Yes, it is. So making sure that they can take down that final inhibitor or push into the Nexus. There's no Nexus turrets available anymore, I don't think. They're both down. Yep, they're both down. The inhibitor's down, so I'm not exactly sure why they're not just grouping up as 5 and pushing in for the win. Maybe they just want to have some fun, but Lee Sin going in onto this Sona, but surprise, here's Tryndamere and a super minion. Oh, great kick pushing Tryndamere over the wall, but he's just going to come right back. You can't get rid of me. So Blade of the Ruined King going onto him, and Tryndamere's just going to run and screw around with his Lee Sin for a little bit. One more crit, you're going to take down LOL Chinese on Lee Sin, and this should now be GG, I think. Or they're going to go for blue buff. Okay. So now they've got blue buff. And now Tryndamere is going to Baron? Does he know the Baron spawn timer? Why aren't they just grouping? Why don't you group? I have no clue what's going on anymore. Phantoml0rd is pretty much single-handedly trying to take down this team. The Alpha Strike coming out of Master Yi onto the Vayne. Going to be enough to take her down, and he's now got to try to run away from this one, but now he does have his resets. The Monsoon coming out of Janna, double kill coming out for Master Yi. Tryndamere now coming into the fray, though, and he's going to do a ton of damage, but getting juked out by the LeBlanc. Shutdown going for the Caitlyn, and now Phantoml0rd in a bit of a bad position against 3 people. There, he's going to get taken down. So now it's just the Sona. I don't know what is going on with this red team. What are they doing? And looks like Sona is now going to get taken down from this LeBlanc. And LeBlanc is just going to keep chasing, but she is completely out of mana. So the slows coming down from Sona. She might actually be able to do something here. She's complete. Oh, there's the juke! The jukes! And now Sona's chasing them. There's the slowdown. There's the kill! Support against support. Sona making the epic plays here. Is she going to go on the hunt for this LeBlanc? No, she's going to just walk away from this one. LeBlanc is getting her mana back slowly but surely, so didn't want to overstay her welcome. But great little runaway and kiting and flashing from this Sona and picking up the kill onto the Janna. So pretty funny play there. And just going to put a pink ward over into that Baron pit. The red team has to just take Baron and push the damn mid. Honestly, guys. Like, something about these diamond players and them wanting to prolong games. It's don't get me wrong, it's entertaining to watch, but man. There we go, gonna take a sip of my tea. Been talking for too long. I didn't think this game was gonna be going for 35 minutes. We're at the 35-minute mark. Take a look at the items going down as well now. I love all of the new pictures actually that they put onto the Abyssal Scepter and the Deathfire Grasp and things. Like, they look much more legit. The Thorn Mail as well. Whole bunch of new skins for these items make them just look a little bit more polished and refined, if you would. But Cho'Gath getting caught out a little bit here, getting stunned up by the LeBlanc. Gonna land that secondary stun, but the feast's still going off, so LeBlanc is very, very low. Gonna have to run away from this fight while the red team pick up their 3rd Baron of the game. And another rupture from the Cho'Gath landing onto the Janna. Going to be probably taken down. A great crescendo landing on Lee Sin and to Janna. Tryndamere just running absolutely wild. Vayne picking up a kill there as well, putting her at 474. And Tryndamere is just running in. Smells blood for that Caitlyn. And I don't know if he's going to be able to catch. Nope, the slow did not go off onto the Caitlyn, and she managed to land her 90 caliber net slow onto the Tryndamere. So looks like this is probably going to be GG unless I get horribly trolled again. But Tryndamere and Evelynn onto this Nexus probably going to be enough to take this one down. No, they're going to run back. No, they're going to stop. No, Zhonya's no. Is what's going to happen? Another team fight. Master Yi trying to do as much as he can, but that's not going to be enough. They're just going to take down that Nexus and finally end this game. So final score ending up being 35-35, 68.5k, sorry, 68.5k, what am I doing? To 62.5k. Man, it was a crazy game. I have no idea really what happened there. It was back and forth, and then it was one-sided, then it came back, a lot of trolling, a lot of kills. Phantoml0rd having a great game, though, 10-5-4 with 248 CS as that mid lane Cho'Gath. Now, then again, he was facing somebody who went AFK a couple times and DC'd, but Lime Serenity came back and played a great LeBlanc game, so I definitely have to give him kudos on that. Really coming back, making some great plays for his team. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that game. I'm glad I finally got to cast the Phantoml0rd game. Hopefully he sees this. That would be awesome. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you guys in the next high ELO commentary.